Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Kaylee. If you are returning, then welcome. I'm so glad you came to join me for this video. And if you are new here, then welcome. I'm also so glad that you came over to watch this video. I hope you will consider subscribing and hitting that little notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video if you like what you see here today. I mainly post Disney content, Disney pin content, hauls, unboxings, collection videos. I talk about my time working as a Walt Disney World cast member, and stuff like that. But I also post some beauty content every here and there and some book content like I am today. So I hope there's something for everyone. I post new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Now let's get into the books. So I haven't posted a book review in quite some time, but I thought I would kind of post them monthly, or bi-monthly, we'll see how it goes, instead of doing one for each individual book, because that just takes a lot of time. So I think combining them into monthly or bi-monthly will be a little easier for me. I would hope at this point in the year that I've read a little more than I have, but I've been working some crazy hours lately, so reading just isn't at the top of my list, unfortunately, but I'm hoping to get back into it really, really soon. So I have 3 books that I've read so far that I'm going to talk a little bit about, and what I liked about them and what I didn't like about them, and if I would recommend them. So the first book that I finished this year was Fallen by Lauren Kate. This book I've had for such a long time, and I just haven't read it, so I finally decided I would read it. I did enjoy it. Hold on, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze, but it's not coming. Okay, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I did enjoy it, but not as much as I hoped I would, if that makes sense. I had a tough time finishing it. So this book, let's see, how many pages are in this book? This book is 452 pages, which isn't very long considering the type of books that I normally read. Bless me. I almost said bless you. Excuse me, there we go. I knew it was coming. But anyways, so this book isn't really all that long for the books that I normally read, and it just took me forever to finish reading this. I started this book in 2020, and I didn't finish it until the beginning of February of 2021. So it was good while I was reading it. It just didn't grab me so much that I wanted to always pick it up, if that makes sense. I felt like it was a little slow for a long time. Like, you kind of know that something is going to happen, and it takes more than half the book to get to the action part, which I think kind of took away from this book a little bit, if that makes sense. I'm going to read the description of the book. It says, "There's something achingly familiar about Daniel Grogri, however you say that. Mysterious and aloof, he captures Luz Price's attention from the moment she sees him at her first day at Sword and Cross boarding school in Savannah. He's the one bright spot in a place where cell phones are forbidden, the other students are screw-ups, and security cameras watch every move. Except Daniel wants nothing to do with Luz. He goes out of his way to make that very clear. But she can't let it go. Drawn to him like a moth to a flame, Luz has to find out what Daniel is so desperate to keep secret, even if it kills her. Dangerously exciting and darkly romantic, Fallen is a page-turning thriller and the ultimate love story." I don't think it's the ultimate love story. I think, yeah. Or even really thriller. Like, there are some action parts, like I said, in the end, but it's a very small portion of this book. Like, it just is so drawn out. I feel like that it was hard to read. I did enjoy it, though. There is another book that comes after this. I can't think of what it's called at the moment, but I will leave it in the description below. And I'm debating if I want to pick it up and read it or not. We'll see. I may get it if I come across it somewhere and it's not super expensive. but I also won't be sad if I don't read it, if that makes sense. It just wasn't something that grabbed my attention a ton. Out of 5 stars, I'd probably give it 3, because it wasn't awful. It just wasn't the best that I've read, and it took me so long to read when it really shouldn't have. So yeah, wouldn't really recommend, to be honest. The next one I read, however, I read it, it took me 2 days. It probably would have took me 1 day, except that I started reading it at 7 o'clock at night. But it was really good. It was a quick read. It's not a very long book. It is 164 pages, so not long at all. And that is Hope, Grace, and Faith by Leah Messer. So in the video of what I got for Christmas, I showed this book and I talked about how Teen Mom 2 is a guilty pleasure of mine. So this book was written by one of the moms on Teen Mom 2. And she talks about what it was like growing up through her pregnancy with her twin daughters, and then her second pregnancy and her relationships and all of that. You learn so much about Leah and how strong she is and how much she really went through that wasn't shown on cameras. It was a really good read. I'm not sure if it would be a really good read for someone who hasn't watched Teen Mom 2 and grew up with Leah, but I thought it was really, really good, and I would definitely recommend it to other people. It was an easy read, a quick read. Like I said, it's only a little over 100 pages long, so it doesn't take very long. I was surprised about how good I thought the writing actually was, since she's not a career author, but it was really well written in my opinion. I mean, was it perfect and amazing? No, but it was really good, and you see some pictures from her childhood and everything in here, and you just learn a lot about why she is the way she is. So yeah, definitely would recommend this book. I thought it was really great. I would give this a 4 out of 5 stars. I wish it was a little longer, but oh well. The next one I read, I was so excited to find this book. Loved every minute of it, and that is Midnight Sun by Stephenie Meyer. So, Stephenie Meyer is the one who wrote the Twilight series, which you can see behind me. I was obsessed with those books in middle and the beginning of high school. And so when I saw that she actually came out with another one, I was really excited. And this one is basically the same book as Twilight, but from Edward's perspective. And you learn more about his siblings and his parents and their backgrounds and how he feels about all of these things that are happening. It answers a lot of questions that you don't really understand in Twilight, because he's able to talk about more of like his siblings' thoughts and how they became vampires and stuff like that. So I'm obsessed with this. If you were a Twilight fan back in the day, I definitely recommend reading this if you haven't already. I will admit, in this book, Edward seems more of a creep. Sorry about that. I film on my phone and I got cut off because someone called me, unfortunately. But we were talking about Midnight Sun. So like I was saying, I will admit that Edward seems kind of like a creep in this book. He's a little weird. But I did really enjoy this book. Let's see, how long is it? This one is very long. This book is 658 pages. So pretty long book. It took me about 2.5 weeks to read. Just because, like I said, I've been working a lot of crazy hours, so not much time to read. But didn't take me a very, very long time. Just longer than I would have liked. But really awesome read. I kind of hope she comes out with the rest of the series based on Edward's perspective, I think that would be really cool. But if not, this really answered my teenage dreams of reading it from Edward's perspective. Definitely recommend if you are a Twilight fan. So those are the 3 books that I've read so far this year. I am now currently reading Mother Knows Best, which is a take on Mother Gothel from Tangled. I unfortunately don't have the book with me. I'll try to find a picture or I'll link it below or something. It's actually downstairs in my work bag because I do bring it to work with me and read when I can. So yeah, currently reading Mother Knows Best. Hopefully we'll get through some more of my to-be-read books soon. If you want to kind of follow what books I'm reading and my progress on books and stuff, I will link my Goodreads account in the description below. Anyways, I will see you all next time. Bye guys!